Is the Department of Justice failing to adequately pursue cases of voting rights discrimination as a result of infighting, racism, and political leanings? A new report by the Office of the Inspector General is pointing to shameful behavior by lawyers in the Justice Department during the last 2 presidential administrations. Ben has the reality check you won't see anywhere else.
The report from the Office of the Inspector General doesn't paint a pretty picture of what's going on at the Department of Justice. That 250-page report was released this week, and it deals specifically with the Voting Rights Division of the DOJ. The breakdown of what was found was specifically from 2003 to 2007. Bradley Scholzman supervised the voting section. According to the report, he illegally recruited new attorneys into the voting section and other parts of the division based on their conservative affiliations. The department became more polarized. Behavior included outward hostility, snide and mocking emails, and improper accessing of attorneys' electronic documents. But the major problem was that Bush administration lawyers were focused, the report says, on what they called reverse racism voting rights cases. So in short, during the Bush administration years, the Inspector General found that the Department of Justice voting section became very polarized politically. By 2009, when the Obama administration took over, things would improve, right? Actually, no. It got worse. In April of 2009, there were serious discussions among senior leadership that removing Christopher Coates was the right thing to do. He was the chief of the voting section. The belief was that Coates had a very conservative view of civil rights law, and he wanted to make reverse discrimination cases a high priority in the voting section. No evidence that he was doing so at the expense of traditional racism cases, though. Now, there was concern among the Obama administration that his desire to see these reverse racism cases would have a negative impact on the ability to do what they call traditional cases on behalf of racial and language minority voters. It was also at that time the DOJ decided not to pursue the alleged Black Panther intimidation case at a polling site in Philadelphia. And in 2010, it was found that the primary criterion used in assessing the qualifications of 480 applicants to become new DOJ lawyers resulted in a pool of 24 candidates selected to be interviewed, 9 of whom were ultimately hired. And they all had overwhelmingly liberal or Democratic affiliations. So in short, during the Bush years and the Obama years, the report found that the Department of Justice has become increasingly polarized and increasingly political. The report concludes by saying there is a disappointing lack of professionalism by some department employees over an extended period of time during 2 administrations and across various facets of the voting section's operations. What it means for you? The Department of Justice seal includes a Latin phrase that translated says, "pursuing on behalf of Lady Justice." And yet the Office of Inspector General found that voting rights attorneys in the DOJ haven't been pursuing Lady Justice. They've been pursuing their own political agendas, behavior that the OIG calls extremely disappointing. In America, we believe that Lady Justice wears a blindfold because justice should be blind. And certainly that includes being colorblind. And that is Reality Check.
You can find the sources for the story posted on our website, fox19.com. And if you'd like to make your voice heard, head over to Ben's Facebook page. Find it by searching Ben Swann.